What is the highest chance to hit you can get in D&D 5e? I'm going to attempt to answer that question today. Welcome back everyone, my name is Eric and this is my channel, D&D Original Character. Today we're looking at the question of what is the highest chance to hit you can get in D&D 5e. In D&D 5e, you roll dice to see if your attack lands or misses. There are a variety of ways to increase your chance of hitting, and we are going to look at a build that attempts to maximize this aspect of the game. For our race, we are starting out as a half-elf, and we'll explain why this is helpful later. For ability scores, we want a 15 in intelligence with a +2 for starting intelligence of 17. For the purposes of this build, we don't really care about the other scores and how they're distributed, aside from at least a 13 in dex or strength for multi-classing purposes. At level 1, we are dipping into fighter for a fighting style, and we'll pick up the archer fighting style for a +2 to ranged weapons like crossbows and longbows. From here, we'll multi-class with artificer. At second level of artificer, we get to use 2 artificer infusions. We'll take the enhanced weapon infusion, which gives us a +1 to a weapon, and this increases to a +2 at level 10. We'll also grab the homunculus servant infusion. We can use our bonus action to have our servant use its own action, and we'll discuss this more later. Once we get to Artificer 3, we'll go with the Armor Artificer, specifically the Infiltrator model. The Armor Artificer allows us to use our Intelligence modifier to attack and damage rolls. Additionally, with the Infiltrator Armor, we gain the Lightning Launcher. This is a simple ranged weapon harmonizing with the Archery fighting style with a normal range of 90 feet, which deals 1d6 lightning damage on a hit and can deal an additional 1d6 lightning once per turn. There is some debate as to whether or not the enhanced weapon infusion would work with a lightning launcher because magic weapons cannot be infused, but nowhere in the description of the lightning launcher is it described as a magical weapon. That's actually the entire theme of the Artificer, is inventions that are not fundamentally magic. At Artificer 4, character level 5, we gain our first ASI or feat, and we'll take the Fey Touched feat. This is a half feat, so we'll bump our intelligence to an 18. We also gain 1 use of Misty Step per long rest and 1 level 1 spell of enchantment or divination, and we'll select the Bless spell. Bless grants us and 2 other allies a d4 to attack rolls and saving throws for a minute and requires concentration. Moving forward to Artificer 8, we'll benefit from another ASI or feat. This time we'll simply cap our intelligence at a 20. With Artificer 11, we gain the spell storing item, allowing us to store a Bless spell in an object and give to our homunculus servant. At Artificer 12, we gain the final ASI or feat for this build, and we want the Elven Accuracy feat. This allows us to roll an additional d20 when we have advantage on attacks, giving us 3 d20s to roll as opposed to 2 with just advantage. And finally, at Artificer 13, we'll gain that advantage by selecting the Greater Invisibility spell with our 4th level slot. These are all great. These are all the feats, features, and spells that we'll need for this build. Okay, math time. We'll assume a 60% chance to hit when starting with a primary ability score of 16 or a +3 modifier. This chance to hit will stay consistent at 60% as long as we increase our primary ability score at 18 at 4th level and 20 at 8th level, which we have for this build. From here, each +1 increases our chance to hit by 5%. We increased by 2 from the archery fighting style for a 70% chance to hit, and a +2 from the enhanced weapon, which raises up to 80% chance to hit. Then, on our first round of combat, if we didn't already have these spells up, we would use our bonus action from our homunculus servant to use its action to cast Bless through the spell storing item, using its own concentration and leaving our action and our concentration free to cast Greater Invisibility. Bless grants an average of 2.5 to our attack rolls, but we'll say a +2 for ease of math, bringing up our chance to hit to 90%. We also have advantage on our attacks from Greater Invisibility, bumping us up to 99%, and Elven Accuracy bringing us to 99.9%. So that's our answer, right? 99.9%. 99.9% sounds amazing, but what does that actually mean for the game? Well, let's look at what we are adding to our attack roll when we roll a d20. At level 13, we have a proficiency bonus of +5, intelligence modifier of +5, +2 from archery, +2 from an enhanced weapon, +2 from bless. So even without advantage in elven accuracy, we are adding a +16 to whatever we roll on the d20. The average d20 roll with advantage is 13.825, and the average d20 roll with elven accuracy is 15.4875. Therefore, 15.4875 plus 16 gives us an average total of 31.4875 with elven accuracy and our additional bonuses to hit. Meaning, unless we are facing a creature with an AC of 32, we are, on average, going to hit. Let's take a look at a more concrete example like the Trask. The Trask has an AC of 25. So with elven accuracy, we would have to roll an 11 or lower on all three d20s in order to miss, since we have a +16 to hit modifier. So 16 plus 11 would get us right there at that 25, which would still be a miss. So we'd have to roll above an 11 in order to hit. So this gives us a 16.6375% chance to miss, or alternatively, an 83.3625% chance to hit a target with an AC of 25. An enemy with an AC of 20, 99.2% chance to hit. A 15 AC, that is to say, the only way we could miss is rolling 3 natural ones. That's 0.0125%. And this is true for any AC of 15 or lower, because the only way we would miss our attack is by rolling 3 ones on our attack roll. So our highest chance to hit is 100 minus 0.000125, or 99.999875% on a creature of an AC of 15 or lower. And that number only drops to 83.3625% when you spike the AC from 10 up to 25. Rather, spiking the AC up by 10, so moving from 15 up to 25. Now, there are plenty of other features you can add on top of this through our race, feats, multi-classing to increase the chance to hit further. For example, as halflings have their racial ability to reroll ones, Divine Soul Sorcerers have their Favored by the Gods ability to add 2d4 to an attack roll. Peace Clerics have their poor man's version of Bless. There's the Lucky Feat, etc., etc. But I primarily wanted to take a look at what a player character could do round after round consistently with their chance to hit. And that's it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment below. Did I miss anything? How would you build a character for the best chance to hit? Thanks for watching. What is the highest chance to hit you can get in D&D 5e? I'm going to attempt to answer that question today. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Eric, and this is my channel, D&D Original Character. Today we're looking at the question of what is the highest chance to hit you can get in D&D 5e. In D&D 5e, you roll dice to see if your attack lands or misses. There are a variety of ways to increase your chance of hitting, and we are going to look at a build that attempts to maximize this aspect of the game. For our race, we are starting out as a half-elf, and we'll explain why this is helpful later. For ability scores, we want a 15 in intelligence with the +2 for starting intelligence of 17. For the purposes of this build, we don't really care about the other scores and how they're distributed, aside from